How often do you drive down a street and see a beautiful house and wonder, what does it look like inside? You want inspiration, and we're bringing you heaps. In this series, we showcase a variety of houses: sprawling mansions, elegant townhouses, compact city apartments. We explore these creations and talk to the visionaries who brought them to life, as well as the people who live in them. It's all about sharing with you how they put it all together. I'll also be showing you how to get the look in your own home with decor advice and tips. I'm Juliet Newell, and this is Finest Homes. This modern apartment building is in the heart of Sandton. It's home to the Lewis family. They moved here fairly recently from their freestanding family home just down the road. It's a big change, from a large house to an apartment. But just wait until I show you inside.
So nice to see you, darling.
And you too, and I just love this apartment. I'm so happy that we can actually show it.
Well, after you.
So now you've just recently moved into this apartment.
Yes. End of September.
Goodness me, but you've owned it for
5 years.
5 years.
Yes.
So what was the plan when you bought it? Was it as an investment property with the view of moving in later on?
Yes. We needed to stay in our house for another 5 years. Then we decided when we'd move, and it worked perfectly. As it happened, we had a wonderful, loyal tenant. He also decided to go and live in a French protectorate up in the north. So
the timing was really great.
Well, fortuitously.
The decor and design of this apartment was all taken care of by Jennifer herself, a designer with a keen eye for contemporary interiors. But as this apartment was initially bought for investment purposes, it meant it would be rented out for a few years. So Jennifer needed to consider this when deciding on the finishes. When it came to designing this apartment, you needed to consider more than just your taste and your husband's taste, because it was going to be a rental, for corporate rental. So how did you go about setting your own personal style aside and actually opening the apartment up in terms of its look and feel for a broader market?
Well, quite honestly, I'm a minimalist, and my house, previously, everything was black and white. And I walked in here once I was going to move, and I saw that the walls were beige. The floor was beige. So gone was my black and white. And then I thought, you know what? Colour is good. And that's why I decided on the colour.
Jennifer's been rather bold with colour, opting for a neutral shell and then bright, daring colours on the walls, accessories and art. In the lounge, the corner sofa is cream. The floors and curtains are also neutral. Then she's introduced her colour with scatter cushions, a rug, accessories and this striped wall. In the dining room, she's done the same. It's a neutral shell with the addition of vibrant colours in her furniture, art and the wall. And I bet you've noticed there are lots of stripes in this apartment. You might be thinking it's wallpaper, but it was all done by paint technique specialist Fatini de Arujo. Fatini, what was the brief from Jennifer with regards to these feature walls?
So the first thing she did was take me to her old house, and I saw the stripes in her, I think it was in her lounge, and she says, I want this. That was the brief. She says, I want this, but I want those specific colors. So when I got here, she had already decided what she had wanted and where and how. So the orange and the green and the purple were very specific to Jen.
Yes.
And I know that Jen likes a lot of color, although everything else on the walls is quite neutral. She's got a lot of colorful accessories, and that's why I think we went with the color.
How does this wall transform the room?
Well, I think that it just adds another dimension to the space, because if it was just the color that it is, this sort of neutral, creamy color, it wouldn't say anything. We've got to create a bit of height, we've got to create space. And that is what stripes do, generally, depending whether you want to vertical, you want to do horizontal.
So the vertical lines make the room look taller.
It makes the room look taller.
And the horizontal,
it makes
wider.
it look wider. So if you wrap horizontal stripes in a little guest bathroom, which is generally your smallest space, it makes that space feel wider. So the illusion is that it's wider.
You'll notice only one wall in each of these rooms has been painted in stripes. And there's a very good reason for this.
Why can't we paint the whole room in stripes?
You know, it's not that we can't paint the whole room in stripes. I've painted many where I've painted the whole room in stripes. But then don't accessorize.
Right.
Don't put a whole bunch of mirrors, a whole bunch of pictures on. In this specific space, we've got one very big wall of a neutral wall. And she's chosen that space to put her luminous yellow, green, and purple mirrors, which is great because they pop on their own.
Yeah.
That's why she bought them. Not so that they fade and that they get lost. That is why our stripe wall is here, and that is why our mirrors are there.
So if you had to put the stripe behind those mirrors, would it actually look quite ridiculous, really?
It would.
A little bit busy.
It would be busy. And, you know, if you don't get a headache after that, then I don't know. Because you'd be looking at stripe upon color, upon, you know, it's crazy. It's crazy. Everything competes against each other, and that's not really the point.
These purple stripes continue into the study. Jennifer used this as her inspiration when designing the room.
You had those purple stripes on that wall in the dining room. Then you brought it across into here for continuity.
I thought for exactly continuity, it would have looked ridiculous having other colours. And I think it blended quite well.
Jennifer's husband, Llewellyn, wanted a change from his old school study in the previous home.
His old office was very traditional. Big leather sofa, dark wood, and this is light and bright and modern.
You know what? He loves what he does, and I said, this is going to be a fun place. And I think it is.
Coming up, we take a walk down the passage to see the bedrooms.
You know, the first thing that jumped out at me in this room is that bright lime green stripe on the wall.
You know what? We're too serious in life. We need some happiness.
There it is.
And there we are.
And I chat to Llewellyn about some of the other bonuses of living in this modern apartment building.
We have a huge terrace. We sit on that terrace. I've never seen anybody look down on us and watch us or anything like that. It is so private. It's actually fantastic.
In this episode, we're showcasing a chic Sandton apartment. The decor of this contemporary space is bright and bold. We've already seen the living areas where the use of colour on the walls, accessories and art bring the spaces to life. The main bedroom decor is in keeping with this playful look and feel.
Oh, wow. You know, the first thing that jumped out at me in this room is that bright lime green stripe on the wall.
You know what? We're too serious in life. We need some happiness.
There it is.
And there we are.
And these pictures, these prints are absolutely beautiful and they work so well in the space. But there's a story behind them, isn't there?
That one was the first picture I bought from our previous house. So it's going 33 years.
You're kidding me.
Yeah.
You're kidding me.
And the others in all the rooms are from Amsterdam. So they're memories.
Oh, lovely.
Yes.
So it's not just about selecting it for decor. It's about
no.
putting them in your home, looking at them and remembering, you know, we were in Amsterdam, we selected these pictures, and it becomes part of your life, those memories.
Absolutely. In fact, we've got a very good friend that hung them for us.
Okay.
He's an artist of note. And Llewellyn said to him, they're just prints. He said, you know what? You'd never be able to afford one of the originals.
No, we wouldn't, not a Van Gogh anyway.
No.
I think the one thing that really, really speaks to me in this room is that view. Opening those double glass doors, waking up in the morning to that view, to the sound of the birds, to the sound of your fountain. Could you ask for anything more?
Both bedrooms open up onto the terrace. It's a large space, divided into different areas by the placement of furniture. Sun lounges for those hot summer days. A breakfast table, the perfect spot to start off your day. And a large outdoor table for al fresco dining. Jennifer's daughter Sam has given her room a different look and feel from the rest of the apartment. Warm neutrals and black and white.
Can I come in? Of course. This is absolutely magnificent. Is this your doing or your mum's doing?
I would say it's part and part, Jules.
Okay.
The bedding I got in Dubai when I lived there.
Okay.
I fell in love with the black and white. The nicks and knacks are all mine. The butterflies. My mom did the basics, the carpeting, the curtains, but it's very much my space.
All right. And the headboard and the curtains?
Headboard and curtains were done by my mom when this place was actually rented out.
Okay.
So very neutral colours, the beiges and that. But they work nicely with the black and the cream.
Why do you opt for the black and the cream?
I find it very bold, classic.
Sophisticated.
Yeah, it makes a statement. I like it a lot.
And I bet you love living here.
I love it.
It's like a hotel.
I wake up in the morning, I have the double French doors open.
I know, it's amazing.
The fountain.
It's just beautiful.
It's just very peaceful. Having an ensuite bathroom is something I've always loved. And it's a nice size room, so I can do a whole lot of stuff here. I do a lot of work here too, which is great.
One might think that moving from a large family home into a more compact home would be difficult, but the Lewis family embraced the change.
We made a smooth transition. We came here and we settled in, and I was quite amazed that we could actually find place for everything. Well, let's say for most things.
Yes.
As I said, my golf clubs had to go to Mount Edgecombe. But, we found place for everything.
Yeah.
And actually, we've never had a single regret. And downscaling, or call it what you like, I mean, we had an empty nest for many, many years.
Yes.
So that wasn't an issue. We enjoyed our garden, we enjoyed our home, we enjoyed entertaining there, and we enjoyed contributing to the community.
Now, this development, if I can call it that, it's not just about the apartments. There are a lot of other facilities. What do they have here?
Well, that is what is so stunning about it. You see, I work from home. So, number one, we've got about 7 boardrooms that we have a choice of. And they are nicely, fully equipped, and they're free of charge for residents. We have a coffee shop next door, which is stunning. Nice menu. We like to go there just to have a coffee, just to see some people, and because we work from home, we're homebound in a way.
Yeah.
So we need that exposure. And of course, we've got a gym, which has got every possible piece of equipment. And it's free. And there is a spa there, and there's an indoor-outdoor swimming pool. You can't beat it.
Essentially, this apartment is the best of both worlds. You're right on the doorstep of the Sandton CBD, yet somehow you feel like you're living in the country with all these beautiful trees and the birds, and then, of course, the clever placement of these planters right on the edge of the terrace. It brings outdoors, indoors into their living space. What more could you ask for? Coming up, I'm going to show you how you can get this look in your own home. And there's a little treat for you. Fatini and I are going to paint a wall with those stripes.
In this episode, we're showing you a modern Sandton apartment. The interiors are bright and playful. The use of bold colors bring the spaces to life. The main suite is mainly black and white. Added to that is a lime green striped wall, and then the odd drop of red for fun.
In the main suite, they've got that lime green and white stripe, and I took that as my inspiration. Lime green is such a hot color at the moment, and I found this magnificent fabric, which we could use as the main fabric in the bedroom. By main, I mean a headboard or maybe a cushion. Even a chair could look quite sexy. And what I love about this design, it's modern, in keeping with the modern look and feel of that apartment. So we're going to put that fabric down, and you can see I've already got the stone tile here as well, because that's the neutral base that runs through the entire apartment. And then, I absolutely love this. And the reason why I love this fabric here, let me hold it up for you to have a look at. Remember in the corner of that bedroom, they had that lovely print. And that print was predominantly red, but it wasn't a fire engine red. It was quite a specific red, almost like a watermelon red. And this fabric has a little bit of that red coming through here. And then you've got your neutrals of the gray as well, which runs through the apartment. So let's pop those down there. You can have a look at that so long. And then you're going to want to accessorize. How do you accessorize? With small pops of color. The colors are lime green and this beautiful red. There's a white fabric. It's an upholstery fabric. You could use this for curtaining, upholstery, cushions, and there's nothing wrong with always keeping your scheme fresh with white. But I want to pick up this lime green and I want to pick up this orangey salmony red. So let's see what we've got here. Look at that. Absolutely fantastic. So you've got that orangey red there, which picks up on that. You've got your lime green, and then you've got the white. Now, you may look at this and say it needs something else, and you're quite right. We need to ground this color scheme. So how do we do that? We incorporate the neutral. We go back to the gray. These are gorgeous gray textured fabrics that I would love to include in this color scheme. This could even be the curtain. It's lovely and lightweight, but at the same time, it's quite a stable fabric, so it would hold its shape beautifully. So what we've done here is we've put together a bright, bold color scheme. We've kept it really neutral by adding the gray and the white, and that just grounds it and brings it all together. We've got the pops of color. We've got the lime green, this lovely red. I wouldn't use too much of the red though, but it definitely adds a bit of color and a little bit of excitement.
Sam's bedroom's mostly in neutrals with black and white fabrics that add a bit of Hollywood glamour.
So for Sam's bedroom, it's quite simple coloration. We've got black, white, and a little bit of brown, taupe or stone. I'm going to show you how to put that all together. The first thing you do is find the bold print, black and white, and I've got just the thing for you. So I've chosen something a little bit more traditional than Sam has, but still quite modern. It's a modern take on a paisley. And as you can see, I've put a stone tile down already, and that'll be the neutral coloration that we want the black and white to work with. So we need some fabric for the headboard. The headboard in Sam's room is brown and it's upholstered. I'm going to go with the leather. Here's a beautiful black leather. Let's pop it onto the fabric there. You can see how that works well with the stone tile. And then you have a white leather there as well. So you can use either one of those for that look and feel. And then I always love pairing up a stripe with any pattern. And here's a gorgeous stripe, a nice wide stripe, black and white. There we go. So let's put that there. So there's the look. You've got black, white, and stone. If you want to do something more neutral for the curtains, go for stone. And this is just the right fabric for you to use. Look how beautifully all of that works together. If you don't like the stone, you want the crispness of the black and white, and you want a pop of color, watch what I do. We take away the stone. So let's take that out the way. I'm even going to remove this leather because it's not crisp white, and that's the look that you want to go for. We'll keep the black there. We'll remove the stone tile. Put it over there. And there we've got a pure black and white palette. I'm going to show you just how easy it is to add a pop of color to this. A great hot color at the moment is lime green. I'm going to give you a muted lime green. There we go. Look how that just pops. Let's try another color. Come on, throw some colors out there. Let's have a look through this book and see what we like. Oh, there's a lovely green. Look at that sage green. You see, when you put white next to a color, the color breathes, so it looks a little bit more intense. And then I'm going to do one more color just to show you that black and white goes with absolutely anything. How about turquoise? Turquoise is a hot color these days. There we go. A little bit of turquoise. You've got your black, you've got your white. Doesn't that look fantastic?
If you're inspired by these beautiful striped walls, then watch closely as Fatina and I paint a wall with stripes. It's not too difficult, but you'll need to follow the steps.
The walls are already prepped in this lovely neutral tone, and that's really the theme of the room. You've got neutral tones on white, a little bit of duck egg here, but they can change that up, so we're not going to limit ourselves to that.
We don't want to.
So that's the wall behind the bed, and we're thinking of doing that wall. What do you think?
You know, on walking into the room, I think what we should do is change our space a little bit. It's a very long room.
It is.
I think we should be probably focusing on this wall.
And then move the bed.
And move the bed.
And then you've got the views.
And then you've got the views, because you walk in from the bed, walk in from the door
and you
onto
see this
the bedroom.
beautiful.
So then you see the feature wall. We're hiding the feature wall, so it's not lovely. It's not a lovely wall at the end of the day.
Wonderful. So we're going to move it. We're going to do it on this wall.
Yes.
Let's get prepped up.
Okay, super.
Choose your colours. We're going for neutrals, browns, charcoals and creams, which will work well with the existing coloration. Using masking tape, mark up the sections where you'll be adding colour. Remember, you can add as many colours as you like. Make sure you pull the masking tape tight. This will keep the lines straight. And then begin painting. Use a roller for a smooth finish. Always paint 2 to 3 coats. Don't put too much paint onto your roller, as this will cause bleeding beneath the tape. Any mistakes, though, can be touched up at the end with a small brush.
So what do we need to do now?
Well, I've actually taken most of the masking tape off.
Okay.
So I'm now at my last stage where I'm actually just taking off masking tape, which is what I was busy doing.
Okay.
And just checking if my stripes have bled. And actually, look at that. It's quite nice.
Wowza.
See?
Now I want to go.
Okay. Let's have a go.
Is this paint dry already?
That paint's dry. I've used a water-based product.
So that dries a lot
I've
quicker.
put 2 coats on, which is why they're so nice and flat. And I'm just going to touch up.
Touch up,
And
good.
then it'll be done.
Next week, a family home that's elegant and modern, an art collection of note, and beautiful living spaces.